truth. Well, that's a different one. That's a hard question. Well, my personal belief, well, if you don't tell lies, you're telling the truth.
Religion and
Sorry?
religion
Religion?
and just karma, as well as just treating people the way I want to be treated.
Well, it's relative to my life. Truth is life as I know it and have experienced it. It's very difficult. Truth can change. Truth changes. The truth as you see it today may be different from tomorrow. Your observations may change it. But truth is what I observe and have lived.
My personal belief in truth is, well, how I grew up, my personal belief in truth is Jesus Christ, is God, you know. I feel like He is the truth, He is the way.
Family. That's it. Everything else is survival. It's you take care of your family.
It is what it is. That's pretty much, life is what it is. I'm a cancer survivor and I've had all kinds of stuff happen, so
It is what it is.
it is what it is. Life's what you're going to make it, pretty much.
Personal belief of truth is it's a very ambiguous term. It's a very ambiguous term. Truth is different for different people. So everybody defines it themselves. I don't particularly have a particular belief of truth.
I have no idea from different things.
I believe that matter was set in motion somehow, but if it was carbon-based, I'm of course believe in science more than I do religion.
I believe that God is the creator of all, and He created it. Don't know how, but
I don't believe that. I mean, I believe there's a creator, but I'm not particularly religious. So, you know, I think there's too many things out there that are too perfect for it just to happen. But who knows? Who knows? I think something created it, but I'm not Christian, so I don't, hold to any of that. But.
Well, I believe in evolution. I believe in the Big Bang Theory. I believe that there's a ruling force in the universe that our world started through, as evolution and science has said. That's what I believe.
I personally believe that ideologies of a spiritual nature surprisingly developed after cultures started to be able to write things down. And this doesn't take into consideration all of the prehistory prior to when things are written down. So some people, the truth is things like the world was created during a certain period of time, and the dinosaurs lived from 6000 BC to, and I prefer to kind of go with the carbon dating and the science and the Paleolithic research and all that kind of stuff. So I take what people say as a doctrine and a dogma, I take it with a grain of salt. Because evolution and the development of atomic nuclear history, carbon dating, all that kind of stuff, I kind of go with that, That doesn't necessarily dispel that there's not something behind all of it. When you say what came first, that's a specious question because you can't really answer that, So that doesn't rule out other things. That doesn't necessarily rule out what some people call intelligent design and whatnot. It doesn't rule it out, but I feel it's kind of unlikely. But
Myself? Do the best you can, and that's it. Do the best you can do. Be the best you can be.
How do any of us know what is true? Because we went there. I mean, we grew up knowing what is true, which is God and Jesus. But I mean, for me personally, we don't know what's true. I mean, anything can be true, really. It could be anything, Big Bang, anything. But, I mean, what do I believe is true? I believe it's true. I believe Jesus is true.
It's very difficult. I believe, for me, I try to always tell the truth. I think it's so important to be honest and truthful with your family and friends and life in general. Doesn't mean that you have to always speak out and say what's on your mind. But truth to me is important. If you can't tell the truth, and if you can't believe in what another person has said to you, you can't have a relationship with them. You have to be able to believe what the person is telling you, and you want that person to believe what you have to say.
Again, that gets back to the definition of the term truth, and so I don't have anything to go by. I don't have anything to go by in terms of, I do believe that in most societies, when people codify behavior and start to write laws, Magna Carta, you can go back to Hammurabi's law and stuff like that. When people start to define societies, they come up with rules and laws, but out of that evolves a moral code, which I think overarches many other doctrines and philosophies, a moral code, which essentially, like we call the golden rule. Don't do something to somebody else that you wouldn't want them to do to you. So it's based on empathy. Empathy, and hopefully people are of a positive mindset. So empathy and the willingness to be helpful and do good and spread good things for the people around you.
Well, I know what is true is by what God's word says, and because it's a daily thing that I live by.
Well, you do what's right, and if you do what's wrong, it seems to come back to you, or some people anyway. Yes, like karma. Good friends.
Friends?
Pretty much myself, I have a lot of Native friends of mine, Native elders and stuff like that. Some of who have walked on with the Great Spirit, so I believe they're still watching over us.
When things get difficult, I turn to God. I ask for prayer, clarity, guidance, and outside of that, just friends and family. My solid support system and team.
Nothing.
Nothing?
No, I'm near death. I have a terminal condition. I'm addicted to water, air, food, and insulin. So I have a terminal condition, diabetes. So I turn to medicine and the TV.
Well, that can be difficult for someone who doesn't believe in organized religion. So what I do, I try to turn to myself, look at my strengths and my weaknesses and my personal experiences, and when life is really has a major obstacle or a real problem, I turn to my family. I turn to my family and my friends to try and talk things out.
Living a long time, education, school, daily living.
Life experience, that's where it comes for me.
Still current is based on biblical truth, social truth, time spent, my sphere of awareness, my sphere of friends. We have accountability. Truth is kind of more of a moral discussion than it is anything else.
Well, I was raised a Catholic, so that was the basis for whatever religious beliefs I have. That was how I started. As far as life and the world goes, I'm almost 74, so living my life, having life experiences, talking to my family and friends, and reading, and going to school and reading and thinking about various issues, and always trying to learn and think and understand.
Oh, Jesus, of course, and my parents, through like as a child, they brought me up in the Bible a lot, and yeah.